Hello little scientist, welcome to Alan IntelliBrain. In this video, we are going to learn about data collection and its representation using a smart chart called the pictograph with the help of an amazing and interesting Intelli activity. You will need the following material from your Intelli Smart Box to perform the activity. Take out the 5 main plates of the data representation base tray, 5 pairs of the connector plates, one of them marked as A1, A2, 2 of them marked as B1, B2, one of them marked as C1, C2 and one of them marked as D1, D2, 5 category tags and pictograph activity tag, the 6 wooden locks from the data handling kit, the category icons from the pictograph kit and the data handling cards from your Intelli Smart Box. The base structure of the data representation base tray can be made by using the 5 main plates, one of them marked with the number 1, 3 of them marked with the number 2 and one of them marked with the number 3. The side with the numbers written on it is the top side of the plate. We will connect the 5 plates of the data representation base tray in the following order. Plate 1 followed by 3 plates marked with the number 2 followed by the plate number 3. Just close and fit them together like you do in a jigsaw puzzle. Now we will use the connector plates to hold the 5 plates together from the front and the rear end. The front end of the base tray is where the numbers are marked and opposite side is the rear end. We will use the connector plates A1, B1 and C1 to connect the front end of the connector plates and A2, B2 and C2 to connect the rear end of the data representation base tray. To connect the plate 1 with the first plate number 2, use the connector plate A1 by inserting the first clip of the connector plate from below into the slit present in the second row of plate 1. And insert the second clip of the connector plate A1 into the first slit present in the second row of plate 2. Remember to fix the connector plate such that the marking on the connector plate must remain facing outward. Similarly, connect the first plate 2 with the second plate 2 using the connector plate B1. And use the second connector plate B1 to connect the second plate number 2 with the third plate number 2. Now connect the third plate 2 with the plate 3 using the connector plate C1. By now, your data representation base tray must look like this from the bottom. After connecting the front end, we will now connect the rear end of the base tray. To connect the plate 1 with the first plate 2, we use the connector plate A2. Insert the first clip of the connector plate from below into the last row slit of plate 1 and insert the second clip into the last row slit of plate 2. Similarly, connect the first plate 2 with the second plate 2 using the connector plate B2 and connect the second plate 2 with the third plate 2 using the connector plate B2 and finally connect the third plate 2 with the plate number 3 using the connector plate C2. Now our data representation base tray must look like this from the top and the bottom. After assembling the data representation base tray, we will now prepare it for the pictograph activity. The first step is to fix the pictograph activity tag by placing it on the first slit on the front side of plate 1 such that the slits match, and insert a wooden lock into the slit like this. Similarly, fix the 5 category tags using the wooden locks in the rest of the front row slits in this order. The data representation base tray can now be used to represent the data of the 5 said categories. You can draw out different number of cards from the data collected in the form of data handling cards and represent it using the pictograph. Let's do it with the data of 20 cards. Take out all the data handling cards from the box and shuffle them thoroughly. Now draw out 20 cards and keep the rest of the cards aside. These 20 cards is our data in hand. Arrange the data cards in 5 category-wise stacks with the pictures facing upwards. It is easier to do it by matching the colors. The red cards are of the category Scientist, the blue cards are of the category Businessman, the green cards are of the category Sportsperson, the orange cards are of the category Astronaut, and the yellow cards are of the category Mathematician. We will represent this data in hand on the pictograph using the category icons. The category icons are either full or half for each of the 5 categories. This is because we need to scale the category icons according to the data in hand. We have 4 cards of the category Scientist, 5 cards of the category Businessman, 5 cards of the category Sportsperson, 3 cards of the category Astronaut, and 3 cards of the category Mathematician. We will scale one full category icon of a category to represent 2 cards of a category, and a half category icon to represent 1 card of a category. We will need 2 full red colored category icons to represent 4 cards of the category Scientist, as each category icon represents 2 cards of a category. Fix the 2 category icons in the slits given above the category Scientist on the plate 1. We will need 2 full and 1 half blue colored category icons to represent 5 cards in the category Businessman. Fix them in the slits given above the category Businessman on the first plate 2. We will need 2 full and 1 half green colored category icons to represent 5 cards in the category Sportsperson. Fix the category icons in the slits given above the category Sportsperson on the second plate 2. To represent 3 cards of the category Astronaut, we will need 1 full and a half orange colored category icon, and we will fix them in the slits given above the category Astronaut on the third plate 2. We will need 1 full and 1 half yellow colored category icons to represent 3 cards of the category Mathematician. We will fix them in the slits given above the category Mathematician on the plate 3. Now this pictograph represents the data collected about 20 world famous personalities from 5 different categories, and it looks amazing. Do you think we can represent the data of 40 data cards as well using the pictograph? Yes, we can. Let me show you how. Draw out all the cards and shuffle them thoroughly. Now draw 40 cards from the deck and keep the rest of the cards aside. Arrange the 40 data cards in category wise stacks. This time we got 7 cards of the category Scientist, 10 cards of the category Businessman, 9 cards of the category Sportsperson, 8 cards of the category Astronaut and 6 cards of the category Mathematician. We can again scale one full category icon to represent 2 cards of a category and a half category icon to represent 1 card of a category. 7 cards of the category Scientist will be represented by 3 full and 1 half red colored category icon of the category Scientist. 10 cards of the category Businessman will be represented by 5 full blue colored category icons of the category Businessman. 9 cards of the category Sportsperson will be represented by 4 full and a half category icon of the category Sportsperson. 8 cards of the category Astronaut will be represented by 4 full orange colored category icons of the category Astronaut. 6 cards of the category Mathematician will be represented by 3 full yellow colored category icons of the category Mathematician. Now the pictograph represents the data collected about 40 world famous personalities from 5 different categories and it looks spectacular. We are sure that after performing the activity, you will have gained the expertise in the following concepts: understanding of data and data collection, understanding of the scaling required for the pictograph, representation of the data collected using the pictograph, and interpretation of the data represented on a pictograph. Now you can pick out any number of cards from the box of data handling cards and represent the data collected using the pictograph and do it yourself. Visualize maths with IntelliBrain and fall in love with learning.